Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, February 5. I'm here live on Facebook at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and my Facebook page, in case you want to watch me live another time, is facebook.com/Dazzled by Stamping. But you could be watching me later when I post it later on YouTube. So that's just to let you know where I am and when. So I'm going to refresh my screen a second here so that I can see comments and see when you say hi and chat with me. I love that. Good morning, Jennifer. So other times that you can find me, you can go to my website directly. Good morning, Dina and Marlene. You can go to my website at dazzledbystamping.com for projects and shopping, spending the day with my dad, so I'm a short time here with you. Okay, that sounds fun. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Dina. I looked up Carrie and found that you are one of the people that won, not last time, but the time before. It wasn't, hi, Marsha. It wasn't Judy Cole again. I guess I was just thinking far away, you know, that my hair's not quite dry. I was running late this morning. Anyway, I haven't sent it out yet, but I didn't have the correct people written down. Okay. So I realized last night that I didn't respond to all my comments last week. Yeah, last week from my live. So sorry about that. I did set up my randomizer, so it's ready though, but I went through comments and made sure that I didn't have something that I needed to respond to that I hadn't done on my live. I need a quick drink a second. So, even though not tons of people are on yet, I'm going to go straight to my randomizer, which, if you're new to me, my randomizer is my name drawing website. That's just what I call it, for giving away the things that I made last week. And last week, what did I play with? I'm trying to look. Oh, bees. Purple bees. Well, oh, Mario won. Congratulations, Mario. I don't think I saw him get on yet, but that's okay. Mario won the first one. So they're not actually purple bees, but the designer paper, oops, I added a letter in there. The designer paper has purple in it, which is amazing. Okay, so I need to pick a winner again and start. Names flying by. Nancy Olson, you're my second winner. I don't think I saw her yet this morning either. All right, congratulations, Nancy and Mario. I will get your cards out. I do have, oh, you are here, Mario. You're welcome. Hi, Janet. Hi, Bev. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you all. I wanted to get right into that because I was late getting on, and I have plenty to show you. So, first of all, I have to tell you that I forgot something yesterday when I posted on my blog and on Facebook yesterday. So there were too many things going on, and we're still getting used to one of the changes that Stampin' Up! Made. So we have a new pre-order, which I knew about and wanted to take care of and order right away. And we have new celebration items, which I posted on Facebook and on my website. Hi, Nancy. You are one of my winners this morning. Hi, Dot. Is Carson with you, or is he chilling? He hasn't been, hi Stephanie. He hasn't been napping lately. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Did he grow out of his morning nap? Okay. So there are new celebration items, which I posted on Facebook and on my, exactly, at Facebook and on my website and in the email if you get like daily emails from me. But also, I didn't realize that the last chance list, which used to be called the clearance rack, the last chance list was updated again. I forgot every month something is happening. One month there's new product. The next month there's stuff that have been put in the last chance list. It could be online exclusives. It could be same stuff that they just discounted more or discounted for the first time. Anyway, go to, I don't know the best way for demonstrators to get there. I sort of struggled with that. So what I've been doing is clicking under my name to customer view. And then there's specifically a place, oh, maybe there's something in the inventory status report. I don't know. Anyway, if you're as a customer and you go online to shop, there's a menu, 3 bars or 4 bars, top left. You can click on that and a drop-down menu comes and it says specials. I think you click specials and then it says clearance, no, last chance list. And then if you make, it probably already says newest on there. But if you show newest, it'll show the newest stuff that have been on there. But also you're going to want to go through the list because discounts may have increased if there or been added if there weren't any on certain items or whatever. So so lots to check out. Okay, so I'm going to be using a bundle today plus some of the products from the suite. It is called, hi Kathy, it's called, well, the bundle is called Delightful Wishes. So here's this. I love that wishing. I always love that kind of font. And you know I love mixed fonts. So that's my kind of thing. So Delightful Wishes is the stamp set. And here are some of the dies. Here's cutting out flowers. Here's layered. This is wishing. These are 2 different layers of it. There's a branch for the flowers. And then there's more. I should just pull it out so you can see it. There's more for cutting out flowers. Some of these, I feel like, yeah, these big flowers here, these are extras. These are not cutting out what's already there. This is cutting out what's already there. And then so is this, like cutting out stamps. Not many people write in cursive. Oh, I do. Not many young people anyway. Do you not still write in cursive, Mario? Then this one, oops, this one, I still get backwards on here. This one is just sort of, gotcha. I like layered dies too. This one is just sort of, I think, I haven't tried it yet. I think it's just a design to cut into your card. It's not like all those tiny little pieces pop out, but like the whole shape of it doesn't pop out. Does that make sense? So it's just like almost like a texture that it's adding to it. Okay, so these are the dies. Oh, and I should have told you, I'm gonna pop away from here for a second. Okay, this suite starts on page, if you're looking in your catalog at home, or even if you look on the catalog online, you can do that on my website or in any email that I send you daily. It goes from pages 33, I think, through, oh, let me just look just a second more. Through 37. So it's a great big display of the suite. Anyway, okay, let me go back now. Now I'm back in Facebook. Okay. So these are this is the bundle. And I have some more, I have some designer paper that I'm going to show you. I'm going to put you down first to do that. So, and then get started stamping. Okay, so I need my magic wand. On backwards, you upside down. And here we go. Okay. I'm sorry, just something's off a little bit. There, that's better. Okay. My tablet isn't working with me today, but I'm still watching. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so first I have to show you, I'm going to show you some vellum that's from this suite. So the vellum is called Floral and Gingham Vellum. So vellum is see-through, as you know. So this is a white with the flowers and leaves and tiny little flowers and stuff like that. This almost looks like, I wonder if this is supposed to be the Forsythia? Does that sound right? That's what these look like. I never knew what this was called until I think somehow my mother-in-law taught me that. She just was talking about it. I'm like, oh, I never knew what that was called. Anyway, I'm not sure that's what that is or not. But there's one. So you get 2 of each of these sheets. Here is another sheet, pool party, and white and yellow and green. So probably Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, pool party. And then this one actually is one that made me, this is pool party, but you can't really tell. You need white behind it. Let me get something here. There we go. This is pool party. And this is actually one of the reasons why I actually ended up buying the whole suite instead of just parts of it or whatever. I just love this vellum. And yeah, just love it. Because the rest of it's a lot of yellow. Okay, so that was the vellum. 3 different styles or designs. You get 2 of each design. So here's the designer paper. This designer paper is called Floral Delight. So the name of the suite. One side, 2 side. It's kind of like it looks like texture or I don't know how to describe it. Linen looking. There's another one. Can you see that print? There's yellow in there. Actually, the whole base is really light yellow, but then there's little yellow flowers. I know printed vellum is so pretty. See lots of yellow. So much yellow. Here's that same design, but in probably pecan pie. Let me look. Delight. Daffodil Delight. Lemon Lolly. Old Olive. Peach Pie. Pecan Pie. And Pool Party. Yep. Alright. There's this one. Yellow gingham. I love gingham. I'm such a sucker for gingham. So I'm using it. Oh, I guess it's just on one card, but I have different, I like this side. I don't know if you can see it. There's white there's lots of dots in different ways. Dot would love this one. There's, maybe those aren't, no, they are. The black is tiny little dots of stitching, I'll say. And then there's dark yellow dots that are in between the stripes. And then there's like yellow with 4 yellow dots every as the design. I love it. And here's the last design. This is definitely more graphic of flowers. All right, so that's our design. Okay, there's one other product that I'm going to use with this, but I'll wait until I get there before I do. So I'm starting with, where did I put that? I have a whole piece of my project suddenly that I have no clue where it's at. Just a second. It's safely on a magnet, but okay, it's under here. All right. So when I go to show you that product, then I'll find it. I forgot I did that. I like yellow. It's such a happy color. I like yellow too, but this is a lot of yellow. So we had to change it up a little bit here and there. Okay, so I have 2 flowers here that I'm using. I'm going to show you on the stamp set so that you can see. I'm using these 2 flowers right now to make sort of a background. So it's a 2-step flower. And so, okay, I'm going to show you 2 things. Or no, I'm going to show you 1 thing. And then I'm going to show you how it doesn't really matter exactly. Okay, so on this stamp, so that you know which direction to stamp it, see how there's sort of this big gap here, sort of a big V by those 2 petals. That is the same here also. So here, if you have your stamps on your blocks like that, then you'll be able to line them up easily. Okay, so I'm telling you that now, but I'm going to show you. I'm just going to do a couple for a second and show you. So I'm going to go twist everywhere. Okay, I'm going to cover this, but I want to show you this first. So I showed you how to line it up, but it doesn't really matter. Look how cute it is. It just needs to be there. Just give it some detail, but it doesn't have to be lined up whatsoever. So you can worry about it, or you can just stamp. I love just stamping. It's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go. So I am twisting and turning, but I'm not necessarily, because that's how you have to do random. But I'm not necessarily keeping track of which way I twisted and turned, because as long as I'm aiming for the flower the black has some color behind it, then I've accomplished all that I need to. Cute, right? I know. I love that you don't have to line it up too. Some people, they worry too much. Even though they see me do that, they still worry like, oh, I need to do it just so. You don't. That's how it looks cute, is by not having to do that. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, so this is going to go on a piece of Daffodil Delight. And then this is going to go on. I had some of my cardstock come up. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes. I think it might be if I push too hard. This is going to go on my crumb cake. So here's my start. Okay, now I want to show you the other products that I want to bring into this. So I wasn't sold on this stamp set, and I don't necessarily like so much the designer paper that goes with this, but I'm showing you the whole bundle, Everyday Arches. I kept seeing, it always looks good when I see someone else do it, but when I do it, I don't. Gotcha. Well, I'm guessing that it does. You're just hyper critical of yourself. So I wasn't sold on this bundle until I kept seeing people use these dies. First of all, they are stitched, and there's 10 of them. Look, it goes from, this probably is the whole card front, to this is a cute little label thing. I keep seeing people use it, and I like it. So some of these sayings, well, first of all, they fit in the arches. And I'm considering doing one of my dazzling card clubs with this, but I'm not sure. I might wait. We have another stamp set that goes with this that just came up in the pre-order. So, anyway, I'm thinking of that. We'll see. Okay, so I wanted to use that, and so I ran my vellum through with one of the arches. And also, I did at the same time white cardstock, because you definitely see it better when it's on white. And so that's what I wanted to do. I ran them through at the same time. I was also hoping that it might just sort of stay together, but it pops out when you try to like put adhesive on it or whatever. So I'm going to use this as what I'm going to put my words on. And I'm going to do something that I tell you never to do, but I'm also going to make sure that I'm prepared and don't have to search for it later. Okay, so what ink pad should you never use with photopolymer stamps? Do you remember? I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to use it. Do, 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 do. Anybody have an answer? All right, I'm just going to tell you, because the answer's not coming yet. StazOn. Okay, so the reason you don't want to use StazOn with photopolymer is because, yes, ma'am, good job, Marsha. Gold star for you. And Stephanie, good job. You don't want to use StazOn with your photopolymer stamps because they can dry it. It can dry it. StazOn is solvent-based. It dries quickly, but the intent is to be able to stamp on non-porous surfaces. Thank you, ladies. Good job. So that's funny. Right. Do as I say, not as I do. Well, today you can do as I do as long as you do it as quickly as I do it. That's the key here. So StazOn literally can damage your stamps. I had it happen to a really fine word set before I realized that I wasn't supposed to use StazOn with it. It just dries it. It can make it brittle, and so then it chunks off. So here's the thing. I want to use StazOn because it's darker and it's made to stamp on non-porous surfaces like vellum, but I just happen to have a photopolymer stamp that I want to use it on. So what I'm going to do is ink up my stamp and stamp it with StazOn, and then I'm going to clean it immediately. That's the only way that you should use photopolymer with StazOn, is if you clean it immediately. It looks like I need to keep going to comment at the beginning. I don't know what that means. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it on here. And then I'm going to clean it. And I don't just mean with your chamois. You need your Stampin' Scrub minimum. Or, I don't know, do we still sell StazOn cleaner? I don't remember if we do or not. I know I still have some, but I don't remember if we have it. So what I've always, I learned a long time ago when I first became a demonstrator, which was over 23 years ago now, is our Stampin' Mist actually, what's the word? It conditions our stamps too. So it helps with it being dry. So anyway, so my stamp's clean again. It's safe again, but I'm going to do one more stamp in it. All right. Okay, so wishing you well. You have to be careful when you stamp it because it might slide too. That's how non-porous surfaces are. You are welcome. Okay, so it's amazing. This is one of the reasons why, well, I'll have to show you later. It StazOn is definitely blacker than Memento. And, excuse me, it was made for, like, I keep saying non-porous surfaces. So, like, you could stamp on glass and metal and, what's another? Oh, you want to use this on, if you ever stamp on the foil sheets, you have to be careful that you don't slide, but that's what you use. We just did it on a project for my last Dazzling Card Club too. So anyway, I have this stamped, and I didn't really have too much problem with it showing, but I'm not going to put tons of adhesive on here. You want to put adhesive where something else is going to be so that the adhesive doesn't show through. But I don't know if it's just this design or what. But I don't see it once I get it on here, but I'm also not totally... Yes, it definitely takes longer to dry on vellum than like on paper. So I did need to wait a little bit. And maybe if I were to turn it over and like put my adhesive on that way, I might rub off some of this onto my scrap. So yeah, you do need to let it dry just as if you were using a craft pad or pigment ink on cardstock. Okay. So now I'm going to, what do I want? Dimensionals. There we go. So we'll put this on here. So this isn't part of the suite at all. It's an online exclusive, but I just like it. And I tried to do it vertically or portrait as opposed to landscape or horizontal. And I just couldn't get the look I was going for. So we went with this. I'll show you my tries later. Okay, so one more thing that I'm going to put on here. And I decided, I found out two things. First of all, I have to show you, look at these tiny, 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 tiny little bees. Can you tell how tiny they are? I'm going to put one on my fingertip. They're so tiny. Okay, so I found out that I don't really like using mini glue dots with this, unless they're the ones, I feel like they're thinner if they come from a kit. Do you know what I'm talking about? A paper pumpkin kit or something. I think those are a little bit thinner, but they're bigger, so you sort of have to tuck it in. I mean, they're just as big, so you have to tuck it in. They just seem too thick. So I decided that I do need to use liquid glue. And so I'm going to put a spot of it here. And I found out another thing that's quite helpful is that our Take Your Pick tool does work with them. So you just need to make sure that you choose one that is face up. And then, ooh, I dropped it. It is somewhat harder to get it to stay on vellum though for some reason. Okay, so you want to set it there. And then it seems like, I'm going to cover this up so I don't throw them everywhere. It seems like because it's non-porous, the glue just sort of stays there more. So I use my putty to get off some of this extra glue. Probably could do that on any project. I just don't use liquid glue enough to do that, but I can just sort of scoop it right off there. Look how cute she is. Ha! And that's done. Okay, so the bees, I'm going to check them a second. Tiny bee trinkets is what they're called. Oh, it doesn't say. I thought it would say. Oh, there's 40 in here. Thought it was going to be on the back. Okay. Bees are cute. Okay, so I'm done with this one. Now I'm going to go rogue on this one. Thanks. I'm glad that you like it. Oh, it's cuter than I thought it would be. I'm sure the pool party would go. Thank you. So going rogue, and I'm actually doing a really simple card. So this is thick white cardstock. I got in the habit of using the thick white cardstock. We don't carry thick vanilla, but I still have some. I got in the habit of it because some of the swaps that I participate in, if you use a white card base, they say that you need to use the thick because it's sturdier. Like, just the regular is thinner than colored cardstock, so they tell you to use the thick white. Okay, so I'm going rogue with this, and we're going purples. Because I've been in a purple mood, first of all. Secondly, because the rest of that was... Thanks, Smiley. Because the rest of it was so yellow. Okay, so I'm doing this, I'll say spray of flowers here. This is in Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to stamp it once here. Ink it up again. And stamp it again. I didn't think my purple girls would mind some purple flowers. Okay, that was Fresh Freesia. Then we're going Petunia Pop with the detail. Again, this is just if you mount the stamps the same way, then you'll know how you need to put them on there. But also, again, I don't worry too much about, I'm just trying to line it up with the same thing, but it doesn't have to be exactly in the same spot. So I have my Petunia Pop to give some detail to it. I'll show it to you in a second. There we go. So that must be why I have a bundle of thick white. Yes, that's why. I'm guessing. Okay. Then I'm going to do a third layer. I think this is just sort of supposed to be a background stamp or something, or maybe the center of bigger ones, or I don't know. There's this 3. Let me show you on the box, on the case. There's this 3 little flower stamp, and I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to get one of those little flower spots, and I'm going to go in the center of each of these. I'll show it to you before I'm done with all of them. So it gives one more tiny little bit of detail. And I'm actually going on all of them. I probably wouldn't have to, but I feel like I need to. Some of these flowers I feel like are showing the side of the flower, but when you put it on there, oops, I got too much. I don't want parts of the other ones inked. Got fat fingers when I was pouncing. Other than the top one is really small, and I don't do that. I feel like it looks good and it looks funny if I don't do it on even the ones that are looking to the side. Like this one is what I'm talking about. Looking very pretty so far. I have to run. We'll catch replay. Enjoy your week. Thanks. Have fun with your dad. There. Okay. So I'm done with the flowers, but there are pieces. I want to clean that because it's just, there's so much dark on this tiny little stamp. I'm sure I stained it already. Yep. Red, purple, brown, those all stain really well on your stamps. Just gonna have to live with it. Okay, on photopolymer, that is. Okay, Old Olive is next. So, let me show you the case again here. So I'm using these stamps right here for this gathering of flowers. And I struggle to know how this one goes on, but I just sort of aim for open places between flowers, and it seems to work. Cute, right? The leaves seem to be harder. I'm not sure why. Okay. Close enough. Okay, so now we're going to add some leaves. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other one. If I look at it on the case and put it in the same direction, then it should work. Second one, not so much. Okay, so done with leaves. Okay, I cleaned my wishing, so now we're switching over to Memento. This is the one that is intended for photopolymer. So we're gonna stamp wishing. Wishing here. Ah, so nice. And the rest says wishing you a happy birthday. I'm gonna go. Those P's don't like inking up for me. So I'm gonna try again. Oh, that's better. Okay. Wishing you a happy birthday. Here's my card. Okay. Now I want to do one thing. I need to see if I can. I've been fighting with myself whether or not I wanted to do something more. I'll do bees, but I want to do something more. So this is a really, well, it's really pretty, but it's really stark. And so I think I want to add some splatters. Thank you. So what I'm going to do, nothing in there. Okay. I'm going to, you have to sort of be careful. Thank you. Use your two thumbs on your ink pad and squeeze. I didn't squeeze enough. You can only do this with certain ink pads. Ooh, there we go. Now I got a palette in there. I did it one time years and years ago with a Spectrum pad. You remember those? I loved those. I did it one time and I cracked the top of the case. It was not made for this. Okay. Ooh, and I just, oh, I guess that was made to do that. Okay. So I have my water brush, painter brush. I forgot what they're called again. I'm going to pick up color and I'll see how this goes. I'm going to try it. And I'm just splattering. Can you see it? Just a little bit. That's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to clean this out. You want to do it sooner than later because it sort of sucks up the color into the rest of it. And you don't necessarily want purple on all your cards that you're going to use a water brush. Is that what it's called? No, aqua painter's the old name. I keep calling it aqua painter and that's not quite right. I don't know. I'd have to look in the catalog. Or I guess I could look online. I'll just wait. Okay. So I'm going to close this. So I have my card. And we're going to put some more bees on here. Maybe just one bee. Okay, so what do you think? Well, let's start with one, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to put one on here. And then you can tell me if you think we need another one. Get my... Oops, I lost my take your pick tool. I haven't even gone anywhere. How did I lose stuff? There's one. Oh, it was right next to me. Okay. So we're going to pick up one that's showing. On here. All right, so what do you think? This clean and simple, or do we need two more bees? They almost look like butterflies. Let's vote. Leave it, or we could do one or three. Excuse me. I'm going to take a drink while you're voting. I got one. I got three. 1, 3. More bees. I think that's 3-2 for more bees. All right, we're going to go with more bees. That's my count from what I could tell. Okay, so put one here and put one here. Well, you certainly can have too many bees. I don't want them at my picnic. Okay, so this one's gonna go. This one's gonna go the same direction, then we'll have the other one go the other way. I was struggling with this before I thought about the take your pick tool. Now we just have to let them sit there. There we go. There's my card. Don't you love it in purple? It's lovely. Where there's one, they're usually more humming by. True. Had a hummingbird feed attracted so many bees. Oh, I bet. All that sugar? No kidding. Okay. So I am done stamping. So I'm going to pop you guys up and show you. What is this? Show you my samples again and a couple more that I did. Okay, upside down. Put you backwards. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I was on Felix for that's good, thanks. Oh, isn't she so pretty? I love it. I really like that. Okay, so there's my thank you. I'm glad that you guys like it too. Okay, so there's the last one that I did. And here is the first one that I did. Thank you so much. Okay, and then I want to show you, not that one, you already saw that one. I want to show you two other attempts. So this was my, okay, so I was trying to use, I like the size of the words. Yeah, me too, thanks. Favorite card? You like this one as your favorite card? Thanks. Okay, so I want to show you two other attempts. So I was trying to use the dies. Well, and I told you I was trying to use the arches too. And this was my first attempt. And I don't know, it didn't look right. It didn't look, oh, the purple. Yeah, I like the purple too. Thanks, Mario. It just didn't look right having it straight up and down instead of landscape like I did it. And the words, I wanted the words off, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. And then there was the whole, I was thinking for dotting the I's, those those are hard to do. I was thinking I was going to need to use my markers instead of trying to mess with the dots. Those are the actual dots from the dies. But anyway, so here was my first attempt, and I just wasn't happy with it. Then I think you got my second attempt, but here was a third try just to see. So this is not the vellum. This is the card stuff. My yay rogue didn't show up. Oh, I thought I saw it earlier about the purple. So this is designer paper, and this is also the memento instead of, so I'll show you the two. Memento instead of stays on. Thanks for sharing. So first of all, I just switched the colors up. The pool party vellum, or pool party gingham is actually the vellum. The daffodil delight is actually designer paper. Yeah, they do come in handy. But also look at the difference between the deepness of the black. So this is memento, and this is stays on. I sort of feel like, so tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like I left these, I like the yellow flowers. Thanks, that's what I preferred also. And plus I wanted to use that vellum. And I also feel like just one bee is good on this one. Otherwise it sort of goes with the yellow too much. But I like the 3 bees on this one. So anyway, so those are my trials and my final. Okay, so I will, that's all that I have for you for today. I feel like I need to make a lot more of these purple ones. They're just so beautiful. I wonder how those would look as a window. Well, yeah, I think they're intended to be as a window also. I think that there are samples like that shown. Look, look online and search arches or everyday arches, and you can see samples that are there, or even look it up on Pinterest or Split Coast Stampers or something. Probably a lot of people have done it as windows. I just never needed to. So anyway, yeah, that would be cool. I've seen people using these. I think this is what finally convinced me that I needed to get the arches. I think I saw people using their dinosaurs, darling dinos with it. They like had it on there. I think even Jamie Sales was one that had done it with that. Anyway, that's just too cute. Okay, so remember, there's new celebration choices, and so this is important. I posted it on this page. It does look like an old church window. I pasted on this page, facebook.com/dazzled by stamping, and did I post it in my? I think I posted it on my website and in the emails. There's a flyer for the new celebration options. I just did pictures on Facebook, but there's a flyer that has their item numbers for their current products. So like, for example, one of the things that you can get free as a celebration item for a $60 order is the butterfly set. We used it at Hostess Appreciation. Not the whole bundle, but just the stamp set. That's an option that you can choose. There's like 9 or 12, somewhere in there. So you need to make sure that you grab the number that is in the flyer or in the picture that I posted of all the options, because if you grab just the normal item, then you're gonna be charged for it instead of get it as a freebie. Found you before you signed off, just in time to wish you a good week. Thanks, Jamie. I just talked about you even. Were you one of the people that used the arches with the darling dinos? I feel like you did. Thank you, Marcia. So make sure that you grab if you're wanting the new celebration options, make sure you grab the item that's in the flyer or in the special pictures that I posted on Facebook, because that's the free one. But if you use the normal one, then you're going to be charged. So make sure you check out the last chance list also. Yeah. I thought so. You were one of the people that helped me decide I needed the arches. Last chance list. There are deeper discounts on some things and more items also. So thank you for joining me today. I will see you again next Wednesday, and have a great week. Thanks so much. Bye.